This is an art attack. This is an art attack. This is Art Attack.
Don't worry, it's only me. Welcome to Art Attack. Hey, how'd you make your bedroom look like an Indiana Jones film set? Well, you don't need one of these. You don't need one of these, and you certainly don't need one of these. What you need is an ancient stone frieze. Come and have a look at this. Cut a rectangle of stiff card from a cardboard box. Now, this measures about 20 by 70 centimetres, but you can make it as big or as small as you like. Then decide what writing you're going to put onto your frieze. Now, you could put your initials, or you could put your full name, but I find most of those ancient stone friezes have dates on, especially in Roman numerals. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to write 1993 in Roman numerals. You could put your birth date on, or even your telephone number. When you've done your writing, take some strips of masking tape and just very roughly twist the masking tape with the sticky bit on the outside. Twist the whole of the tape like that. The idea being you build up your figures into a 3D relief just by sticking the masking tape over the figures. And you don't have to be neat about this. If you haven't got any masking tape, you could always just glue on some string or stick on some plasticine. And when you've gone over the whole of the frieze, you will have something that looks like that. Look at that. And that is perfect because all the letters are now standing up from the board. It's a bit bald though, because I find those ancient stone friezes tended to be a little bit ornate. So decorate it with just pieces of scrap board and paper. And I'll show you what I've got on here. I've stuck on, just glued on really, some string, thick string, and then I've cut off a toothpaste box, cut it up sort of widthways, stuck them on. And this is mineral water bottle, cut that in half. And here is a chocolate box. They're always good for the top of your frieze. And look at this, down here, I found this old doll's head, so I've cut the face off and I've just stuck that on as well. So when you've stuck all your bits on, anything you like, oh, and the idea is to create a design that surrounds your letters or your numerals, and so that it sticks out from the board. And when you've done that, very important, you just lay on lengths of loo roll or tissue paper. That's it, just laying them on. Cover the whole of the frieze, and then mix some PVA glue with water, about equal parts, and this is the good bit. Just slop on the glue onto your loo paper. Just slopping it on. And what happens is the glue disintegrates the tissue paper and just sticks it to the backing card. And with your brush, look at that, if you just press in, looking for the shape of your frieze. And when you've done that, it takes a bit of time to do. When you've done that, you'll have something that looks like this. And while it's still wet, very important, you pour on some sand. Now it has to be wet, the glue, so that the sand will stick to it. And if some of it has dried, then just dab on some more glue and wet it again. I'm just going to chuck this on to show you how it's done. Just sprinkle the sand all over your frieze, like that. And then leave it to stand for no more than 2 minutes. It shouldn't dry out, otherwise the sand will soak up all the glue and the whole thing will fall apart. And after 2 minutes, if you shake off the excess sand, you have something that looks like that. Look at that. An ancient stone frieze. And it looks good just as it is. Or you could make a couple of them and use them to jazz up your bedroom door. And I've even made some corrugated cardboard columns here. I've painted on some PVA glue on the cardboard, sprinkled it with sand, and even made some strips of card into decoration. And you just stick them up around your bedroom door and turn your room into an Indiana Jones bedroom of doom.
Oh, that is nice. Hello, it's me, the head. Stick object onto card, cover them with toilet roll, coat them with PVA glue, and finally with sand, and you can make your own ancient Roman frieze. Hey, I know another way to make an ancient Roman frieze. Pull off his toga!